guys, welcome back to PERIDOT TV. How are you doing? Kevin Hart is a sitcom comedian and he had an accident. I don't know if you're a fan of Kevin Hart. Police reported that the driver of the car was found pinned in his car seat and the roof was crushed, and so was a female passenger too. The fire department had to saw off the roof to free them, and they had to be airlifted. That's the practice, so as to reduce further damages. One of Kevin's Hart classic cars ended up in a ditch in the Malibu Hills after veering off the road. This is reported by TMZ, and looking at the damage, they claim that it's a miracle that the two other people in the vehicle survived. And this is the picture of the firefighters trying to saw off and free the passengers. The accident happened just before 1 a.m. on Sunday in the Winding, and they said that place is a very treacherous highway. It's called Mulholland Highway, and it shows Kevin Plymouth Barracuda deep in a gully of about 10 feet off the road. That's the name of the car that he drives. It's called Plymouth Barracuda. That's exactly the automobile there. The car smashed through wooden fence along the roadside, and you can see the roof was completely crushed. I'm just going to show you that right there. Cops have confirmed that the vehicle belongs to Kevin. As you can see right there, the roof is totally, the roof is crushed. And they said that Kevin and the driver, although they said he wasn't driving as at that time, that he might be actually suffering from major back injuries. The third person is a woman who did not require hospital treatment. Police say the driver had not been drinking, so we don't know what actually went there. If he wasn't drinking, probably it was on something else, or probably accident happens anyway. And you can see the extent of the accident. It's a miracle that anyone would actually survive this, but they claim that he might be suffering from some major back injuries. This is a picture once more of what happened. Kevin was first out of the vehicle, and according to witness, a member of his security team showed up in an SUV and picked him up. Kevin lives nearby, and cops say he went home to get medical attention. He was eventually treated at an hospital. You can see the Barracuda, Plymouth Barracuda. Earlier on Saturday, Kevin posted a video of himself in his vintage ride as someone yelled at him for laying down too much rubber on the street as he spun out his tires. Kevin bought the car back in July as his 40th birthday gift to himself. This is a vintage automobile. As you can see, Plymouth Barracuda. It's a sports automobile, but vintage. And he bought this, and come on, look at it. This is totally destroyed. It's a miracle that he actually survived this. We'll see how this turns out to be. I'm going to keep you guys posted on this. The car is totally destroyed. If you're a fan of Kevin, you can send your prayers down to him so that it gets better. Back injuries are it's a terrible thing. Every form of accident is terrible, but when you have back injuries, you might crack your spinal cords, break it, and most of the time, if the nerves in between the spinal cords get severed, you know what that means. It means the person may not be able to function properly. There are a lot of things that person may not be able to do. Example is this Nigerian musician that Yinka Ayefele. He also had an accident and he broke his spinal cord. It cracked, and you can see that he's on a wheelchair. He cannot actually do certain things, like I think like having sex, because you need your spinal cord and nerves there to actually speak to your brain, transport information from your brain down to other parts of your body. And once there is it's like an electric wire, cable, and you sever it, or a telephone cable, and you cut in between it, it means that when you're making calls there, it won't go through. That's what it means. If anyone calls your house, it will not go through. That's the same way the spinal cord works. And here you can see the extent of the accident. I mean, the engine and everything is just, I don't know if they'll be able to salvage this anyway. It will take a lot of work, although it seems the engine is still intact, but majority of the parts, and of course, they had to saw, so they would definitely have to destroy some parts of the car so as to get them out of this. So no one knows why this happened. Well, accidents do happen anyway, but it's good to be very careful. And most of the time, people that drive this sport automobiles, they tend to want to drive very fast. And the thing with these automobiles is that you will not know that you are actually speeding. You will not know that you're actually doing that, because there is this, the shock absorber and everything there will not make you know all of these things. Unlike smaller cars, SUVs, that tend to begin to dance a little bit when you begin to speed, when you overspeed. This one, they don't do that. They in fact, the more you move, the more you press the gas, the more they tend to be very stable and light on the road. So our hearts go to Kevin. If you're a fan of Kevin, send your prayers down to him. And may I remind you once again, if you have not done so, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly tap on that subscription button. It's free. And also the red notification icon bell. It is free. And do not forget, it's very important, that notification icon bell, so that you will be alerted whenever new videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by once again.